Yes.
Shall we start? Yes.
Yes,
Hello,
yes, sure.
everyone. This is Kalpana Ramrakhani. I'm this latest book, Metaphors of Memory by Dr. Natwar Sharma, who has taken time out to be with us this evening. Hello, sir. How are you, Dr. Sharma?
Much. Good evening, all.
Hello. Yes, sir. Yes. So, to those who don't know Dr. Sharma, let me give a short, brief intro. Dr. Natwar Sharma, Savitha Medical Care College at Chennai. He's currently on a sabbatical at Kuwait. Sir, you are there,
Yes, right now I'm in Kuwait.
I suppose, as of now. Pediatrics and Child Health UK, and has served and trained at the Apollo hospitals in Chennai. He has had an excellent academic career and was awarded the National Examinations. So, for those who would still want to know a little more, Dr. Sharma was a pediatrician, and through the course of his career, through the course of uh, parallel side of medicine, which is past life regression and past regression. And he started to explore it. And by keeping on exploring it, he came. Over the years, he collated many experiences. He had many experiences, and then he collated them all in his book. The beautiful title of the book is Metaphors of Memory, which is very intriguing about it. They would be intrigued by the title itself. So, Dr. Sharma, tell us how this title came about. Why Metaphors of Memory?
The purpose of title was, see, it evolved over a period of time, but it started when I presented in a World Congress, wherein the title of one of my
Mm-hmm.
present Metaphors of Memories in Modern Medicine.
Hmm.
So that was a title, and then I had 2, 3 more titles in mind, and over a period of time,
Mm-hmm.
with interaction, with editors and friends and advisors. So this is a final title that came in. And we look at the cover page,
Okay.
basically the image
Mm-hmm.
has, this image is called God's eye, and the
Mm-hmm.
human being, you know, so the book actually tells you a journey. So if you see, the ladder is basically the DNA,
Yes.
yeah. So basically
For
from
our
physical,
audiences here, there is this DNA structure.
yeah, so from physical realm to the spiritual realm. So, and it's a neutral pose wherein you can
Okay.
either go up or keep coming down to the physical
Hmm.
level.
Okay.
So,
That's great. So, how did you come upon this field of therapy and treatment? What was it that pushed you? What was that point when you realized that this has a wide scope, that it is possible, and it could be help for healing? People could be using it, and it could be beneficial for people. What was the point? What was the incident? How did this shift from being a pediatrician to being a therapist that deals in specializes in and deals in past life regression happen?
so I'm still a pediatrician. I'm not shifted from being pediatrician to a therapist.
Of
So,
course.
okay. So right now I'm sitting in my clinic. So you know that I'm still a pediatrician.
Yes,
So
of
the
course.
was to basically balance out, okay, and complement each other.
Hmm.
And I didn't have I didn't have one particular incident that actually made the whole change. It was over a period of time, event after event, you know, from moving from believing it to trusting it and developing faith in it.
Hmm.
And that's why the whole journey is mentioned in the book, how it evolved.
So,
So,
how long has the journey been?
so it's been more than a decade now, almost 11 years since I started.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Can you throw light on some of the experiences that you have had, on some things that you would like to share with the audience?
So one of the incidents I already mentioned in the previous events where I had a dental student who had a disorder called purered cell aplasia, which basically was a disorder in which you need recurrent blood transfusion because the blood is not forming in the body. And when we probe deeper into the story, we found that she was feeling hurt by her own uncle,
Okay.
which typically manifested in the bone marrow. So, for example, the red blood
Mm-hmm.
cells manufactured in the
Mm-hmm.
bone marrow.
Mm-hmm.
The red blood cells manufacture daughter red blood cells, which in turn contain hemoglobin, and hemoglobin carries oxygen, gives us life. And this disorder, what was happening? Her own white blood cells were entering the bone marrow and destroying the mother red blood cell, wherein she was
Okay.
actually using the new red blood cells, and that's why she was needing transfusion regularly. So this, when we connected in a past life, we
So in a
found
way, she
her.
was destroying herself from within. Mhm.
Beg your-
Sorry, I was saying that. Can we say that she was destroying herself from within? She herself was attacking her own body, her own formation
so,
of. She was sabotaging her life in a way.
so that was a metaphor which was manifesting as a memory.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So in a past
Mm-hmm.
life, killed by her own son. So the feeling is
Okay.
my son is supposed to protect me, my own son killing me, taking
Mm-hmm.
my life away from me. So white blood cells
Mm-hmm.
represent, okay. So my own white blood cells that are supposed to protect are taking my life away from me. So that
Okay.
was the behind this memory manifesting as a disease. Since then,
Okay.
I went in deeper to see what else can be, deciphered when we go deeper into the story, deeper into a disease.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the
Mm-hmm.
first milestone which actually pushed me to now keep going into this field deeper.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. Yes, sir. Please continue.
Yeah.
So that was the reason that this happened. I mean, this got you intrigued.
Yes.
So, can we say her own memories were in a way, she was carrying the burden of her own past life, her own memories, and then somehow they were coming upon and sabotaging her present life and manifesting in the
Yes.
form of a disease. Okay.
Yes.
So, has there been more such instances?
Yeah. The
Have
whole
there been
book
more
is
such
about
instances?
the whole book is
So, sir,
about
so, sir, there is this belief, there is this skepticism when it comes to accepting past life regression, and whether many human beings are skeptical in accepting the fact that there is past life and that it could be accessed and the memories could be accessed and such things. So, what would you say to those people who are still skeptical about it? Who are still not open to the idea that past life regression is real and that this can happen and this can be helpful in our life?
So see, basically there is
What
lot
would
of
you say to
conditioning.
those people?
Yeah. So basically
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of thing that happens when you grow up. Societal conditioning, religious conditioning.
Hmm.
So some religions don't believe in past
Hmm.
lives. Some religions strongly believe in karma and
Hmm.
past. So when people come,
Hmm.
so I tell them you don't have to have a trust in a past life, whether it existed or not. I say
Hmm.
just go and just see what your mind is wanting to show you.
Hmm.
Ultimately, that we need a solution for a problem. So after
Hmm.
you go through and after a few months, when you feel relieved of your problem, it's done. At that juncture, if you still want to believe it, fair enough.
Hmm.
If you do it,
Hmm.
it's still because you got solution for your problem.
Hmm.
So I
But then
tell
there is
them
no harm in
an
trying
open.
this. Yes, yes. So,
It's not about harm or about you have a problem, problem that is
hmm.
affecting your life.
Hmm.
So it's not for fantasy or just for a yeah. It's of course a serious affair where you actually change your life,
Hmm.
and there are no side
So, how does
effects.
the
Of course.
yes, there are no side effects. Okay. How does the process work, sir? I was coming to the process and the side effects. How does it work? What do you do? Is it uh, How, as a therapist, do you make these memories accessible to the patients?
So basically, these memories lie in the subconscious mind, and we access the memories from the
Mm-hmm.
subconscious mind. The client goes into a
Mm-hmm.
trance
Mm-hmm.
at a level where the client can access his memories related to the problem.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Okay.
go through the go through the memories, release those memories, understand the whole perspective of problem, get imbibe and
Mm-hmm.
integrate inside him
Mm-hmm.
to change the thought.
Okay. And it happens through hypnosis or some other process?
Yes, hypnosis. I personally use transpersonal
Mm-hmm.
regression therapy. We create a
Mm-hmm.
trance out of the person.
Okay. So can you elaborate a little more on that process, on this therapy that you're talking about?
So, for example, if you have uh, fear of heights,
Hmm.
okay, so what is the fear? So I'm scared of heights. When I go on top of a hill or top of a tall building, high-rise building, when I look down, I feel dizzy. Yeah. So where
Yes.
do you feel? I feel dizzy. I feel scared. What is the fear? Oh, if I fall, something bad will happen. Of
Mm-hmm.
course, right? So I'm scared of falling off
Mm-hmm.
a height and dying.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
repeat this several times, you find that your body starts manifesting physical charges. They can be, palpitation, they can be tightness of chest, they can be headache or vague, trembling
Mm-hmm.
feeling, heat. And then with that same thing, we dig up deeper and move back in time where it all started. So it can
Okay.
take you back to current life situation where you were standing and
Mm-hmm.
you and somebody helped you
Mm-hmm.
fall, or
Mm-hmm.
you saw somebody falling down, which stayed
Mm-hmm.
in your, or a past life
Mm-hmm.
you yourself had that experience, which was quite
Hmm.
traumatic.
Hmm. So in a way, it's all addressing traumas that have happened to you at one point or another in your present life or your past lives.
Yes,
Okay. Is it easy to just pinpoint those ideas, or is the process very difficult?
it's not about
I.
difficult or easy. So it's about,
Mm-hmm.
see, every individual doesn't need regression. So regression
Hmm.
basically come with a problem. So first,
Mm-hmm.
I've been having backache for 3 days. I need to do a regression session. I need to find out why
Hmm.
I'm having. No, 3 days backache because you're
Mm-hmm.
not sitting up. Backache because you've been
Hmm.
slouching on your chair for long hours.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. So not every problem has is that deep rooted to require this kind of measures.
Something that is chronic, something that's affecting your life on a daily
Mm-hmm.
basis, either mentally, physically, or spiritually.
Mm-hmm. So trauma is one way is in one way or another manifesting in your current life, in a person's current life, and to address it, that person might choose to have this therapy, past life regression, and they might go and find a solution there. But is the process itself sometimes just facing trauma, recalling trauma itself traumatic? I mean, the human might block some things for a reason. So,
Yeah.
does this have does it backfire in a way at some times, or is it completely safe?
So when you go through the experience, the worst is already over. You got the point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Suppose you had a
Hmm.
huge trauma, led to death,
Yes,
and
yes,
it's
yes.
here we are trying to solve the whole puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
Why like this? Why the hell am I suffering like this today? What
Mm-hmm.
happened? So basically,
Mm-hmm.
when this piece
Mm-hmm.
of the found, it actually resolves the problem. Okay, because background in
Mm-hmm.
the background constantly reliving the problem. Yeah,
Yes, yes.
and when you
But in a way, can we
when you,
say that the fact that we know that we are here and safe now, so it means that we have come out of it in one piece. So the worst is over. Can we, in a way, like phrase it like that?
yes, the worst is
That we know
already
it's
over.
over.
Yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
your mind find answers for a question that's lingering in
Mm-hmm.
the background and bothering you.
Mm-hmm. So how does this process, this therapy fit in with the conventional medicine practice? the treatments, the allopathic and homeopathic and Ayurvedic treatments that we usually have. Where does this fit in that?
So if you look at a problem, let's take like say migraine. Yeah. So migraines are recurrent headaches where some people need regular medicines, daily medicines, and it's still. So here, what we do, we basically try the root cause of migraine so that the person can let go and reduce the medicine, stop them. Or if somebody is depressed, free medication, we try the root cause of the depression. Yes, and slowly taper up from 3 medicines to 2 to 1, and then stop it. So we are not taking any abrupt, shift. We are basically telling, because even allopathy medicines have a role. They really help you out. So here, trying to reduce the medicines or even stop them in problems where it can be resolved with regression. That's why I say complementing each other.
Yes. It's supplementing, but not. It's not alternative medicine. It's just supplementing the role that allopathy and other conventional modes of medicines are playing.
An alternative medicine also. Complementing can be an alternative. Some people, I don't want to take medicines at all. I'm against taking drugs.
But then that's their choice. But it's not something that you advise doing. What you advise is to continue medicine till the time the root cause is resolved, if I'm not wrong.
So see, it depends upon a scenario that's presented with. We cannot be straight, no medicines or yes medicines. Depends on the situation. There are so many.
Yes, of course.
Problems are spiritual problems. They're not taking any medicines.
Okay.
Some emotional problems. They're not taking any medicine for the emotional problems, like phobias.
Yes. Okay, so like it varies from patient to patient, but then you're not against conventional medicine. You are a doctor, and you suppose that whatever is going on, whatever course of treatment the person is following, this can add to it, and this can add value to it, and this can complement it. But you're not advising a person to just leave that mode of medicine altogether, if I may conclude it as well. Okay, coming to the process of writing this book, tell us how the book happened. So once again, for our readers, I'm putting it here for our viewers. So tell us, now we have come to know a little about the therapy that you conduct and your career and some cases also. Now tell us how this book happened.
So this the whole purpose to bring the book out was that this form of therapy is possible, and it can be connected with modern medicine. It can be connected, at the level of cells, as to how emotions affect the cells and the tissues and manage diseases. So doing the blood tests or scans or x-rays, then repeating the same things after 6 months or 1 year of therapy and showing that it reversed.
Okay.
So it evolved over time, and whole purpose was to bring it to light, because I come from a background where I didn't trust in regression, and the whole purpose was to show the medical fraternity, yes, there are things that we don't know, and there are things that work apart from allopathy also.
Okay. So you found it liberating to acknowledge that modern medicine also has its limitations, and we need to go further to understand certain things that we generally fail to acknowledge and generally shy away from. It is a topic that people shy away from very easily, I must say. Okay. Tell us about the process of writing. So that now you decided that their experiences should come to light. So how long did it take for you to complete the actual process of writing? I mean, the material has been there for over a decade. It has been collecting itself. But then the writing process, the actual writing process, how and when did it start, and how long did it take?
The writing didn't take time, but the process of finding a publisher published is so difficult. Being the first time author, it was not easy.
Yes.
Quite tiresome, long, people not responding to your emails, and you wait for, then you say, okay, let me try this. So it was a long process.
How long did it take in all, the writing and the publishing and everything?
3 years.
That long? Okay.
Yeah.
And how many
No.
drafts did the book go through? Because one thing that I really liked about it when I started reading, and I have not completed it, but I've started reading, and the one thing that I really liked was the language. It was very lucid, it was very straightforward, and I could see that a lot of work has gone into it. Because, like, amongst writers, a very common belief, and I too believe in that, that easy reading makes difficult writing. So I could see that there was a lot of work that went into it to make the language lucid. It had terms, it had some medical terms, it had some conventional terms also that a layman may or may not understand at one go. But still, the idea, the flow, the cases, they were so very there, and at no point did I feel that I'm not able to get it, or I'm not enjoying it. Though I personally read very little non-fiction, I'm more of a fiction person, but then this went very smoothly. So I must compliment you on the writing here, and I want you to elaborate a little more on the actual process of the writing. Like, we have covered that it took 3 years, and a lot of, a long process was involved when it came to publishing and all. Did you enjoy the actual writing process, especially being a doctor? I mean, not a writer per se, prior to this
So
book.
experience, but at the same time, it didn't go out in a flow because see, my lifestyle is a very busy lifestyle, being a doctor.
Ji.
Then so reason why it took long was I didn't have time. Whenever I found time, okay, just sit on that, work on it. So that's why it took long. If I was just a writer, I could finish it probably in a month.
Yes. Okay. Did you enjoy the process?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So tell us something, that when would you pick up the pen again? What is it? What are your plans for the future? Are you working on any more books? And if you
Yeah.
are, what are those books going to be about?
So started working on the second book. Let's see how it shapes up.
Okay. So the subject is something different. Would you like to speak about
Uh,
it now, or would you like to keep it a mystery?
no, it's about regression work, what I do. So I don't have
Okay.
anything right. So
But new cases and new things to discuss about, new dimensions to explore in the same. Okay.
yes.
Uh, so I would like to invite the audience. Please come and tell us if you have any questions. Please let us know. We are here. Tell us what you want to know about it. Okay, we have a few comments here. Okay, so Mr. Murugesh Mehta is saying that it's very interesting. Thank you, Mr. Murugesh. If you have any more questions for the doctor, please let us know. Ms. Vijay Lakshmi is welcoming you to the Ahmedabad Book Club. I would also like questions, audiences. Okay, till the time we have those, I would like to continue with uh, Dr. Sharma. Yes, sir, tell us about the things change that you must have seen that would have surprised you also.
Sorry, your voice was lagging behind. Could you repeat the question?
Okay.
You're frozen again. Sorry.
Sir, can you hear me? Uh, am I audible now?
Yes.
Yes. So I was telling that if you could, even for you being in this field for such a long time, there must still be instances where you would be surprised to discover what the patients have. Tell us about a couple of such cases.
So the book is all about cases. But see, every
Yes.
session we do is a surprise.
Mm-hmm.
When I start, say, for example, tomorrow I'm going to take somebody with a physical problem. Say they have a chronic abdominal pain, and this pain has been there for almost 2 years. Now, I don't go with a prejudice in the mind. Okay, this may be the reason, that may be the reason. I let the client's mind decide and take to the root cause. Yeah. So the best thing is to go with the flow, how the client takes you, and then at the same time keep a close watch as to what's happening. Is it relating to what the person is going through? Yeah. Does it connect with the emotions? Does it connect with the postulate that the client has? That's how we go about it. So, to be frank with you, every case is very interesting, and every case actually teaches you something new. There's always something new to learn from every case. Did I lose you, Kalpana? Kalpana needs to be added again.
Yes, sorry. Sorry for the technical disturbance. It was full of them. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. So, while you were away, I answered a
Yes.
question. Can move to the next question now.
So this, yes, sir, your voice got disconnected again.
I said I answered your question while you were away. I'm sorry. I was still live when you were off. So,
Discussed a lot about this book, and now it is up to the audience to pick it up and start reading it. So once again, Metaphors of Memory by Dr. Natwar Sharma. Really good things about it from him, from the doctor, the author itself. So thank you, sir, for doing so many multiple hats, for being a doctor, being a therapist, and to juggle multiple things. And to the audience, I would ask you to pick this book up. Once again, I cannot put my hands off it. It's such a beautiful cover and such a beautiful title. The title is, please do pick it up and learn more about the subject, about the therapy. Thank you, audience. Thank you so much for taking time out. Thank you, Dr. Sharma, for taking time out for us. It
thank
was
you.
a
Thank you, everyone.
pleasure.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.